Youngboy my favorite rapper. I'm trying to be with Youngboy, he my favorite rapper.
NLE Choppa just dropped what he thought was a statement track, but NBA Youngboy didn't flinch. Instead, he fired back, and what came next? It shook the internet. Choppa tried to diss the GOAT, but instead of landing a hit, he exposed himself big time. The real story ain't about a diss track. It's about betrayal, obsession, and a fall from grace that nobody saw coming. Back in 2018, NLE Choppa was Youngboy's biggest fan. No joke, he copied the hair, the style, the voice, even the energy. He called Youngboy his favorite rapper. He was begging for a collab, dropping tracks like Free Youngboy when Youngboy was locked up. That wasn't just admiration, that was full-on worship. Homie was in the lab trying to clone Youngboy's every move. But now he want to act brand new. This switch up didn't come out of nowhere. It started with that Instagram live. Choppa let his boys diss Youngboy, call him fake, question his street status, and he said nothing, just smiled. That silence, loud. Youngboy fans saw it, everyone saw it. From fan to snake, just like that. But Choppa wasn't done. He linked up with Fredo Bang, Youngboy's known op. Not just a casual collab. These dudes dropped tracks throwing subliminal shots. Gangster talk wasn't music, it was a message. Choppa knew what he was doing. He picked a side, and it wasn't Youngboy. Then came the low blow dating Youngboy's ex. Publicly, flashing her on socials like a trophy. Bro wasn't hiding the disrespect. He was doubling down. That's not beef, that's personal. You don't go from praising a man to stealing his girl unless you're trying to push buttons. And he pushed every last one. When the Durk versus Youngboy war popped off, Choppa jumped ship, started siding with Lil Durk, posting RIP to King Von, talking with the F Camp, showing up in their comments. During one of the most violent, heated rap feuds in years, he made his loyalty clear. He wasn't neutral. He was Team Durk, another knife in the back. So when Youngboy finally responded with "I know," it wasn't just music, it was war. Youngboy went full demon mode. No subliminals, no filter, straight threats, personal jabs. It wasn't just about Choppa's diss, it was about the years of fake love, stolen style, and backdoor moves. Now fast forward to 2025, KO drops. Choppa switches up the energy. He ain't threatening nobody. Instead, he on his spiritual journey, trying to be the conscious rapper, calling Youngboy lost. Questioning his influence, saying he toxic to the culture, acting like he the savior of hip-hop now. But let's be real, that woke angle, cap. Choppa was rapping about killing ops just a few years ago. Now he wanna judge Youngboy for doing the same. Miss me with that. This whole conscious act is just a new costume. Same game. He came at Youngboy not from peace, but from jealousy. He knew going at Youngboy would get views, streams, attention. It always does. The KO video says it all. A Youngboy lookalike getting cigarettes snatched from his mouth. Bro made it theatrical, symbolic, fake, deep. But the fans ain't buying it. They see through it. You can't preach peace while throwing shade. That's not growth, that's contradiction. And what did Youngboy do? Nothing. He ain't said a word since. That silence, powerful, cause sometimes not responding says more than 1,000 bars. It says you ain't even worth my energy. Youngboy got a legacy, he got numbers, he got streets. Choppa got gimmicks, he used to be a fan. Now he's just another name trying to use Youngboy for clout. This ain't a rap beef, it's a cautionary tale about what happens when you try to build your name off someone else's legacy, about how betrayal never ends well. Choppa wanted smoke, but he forgot this ain't no spiritual battle. This is Youngboy, and Youngboy don't lose. See, this whole story didn't just start with a diss track. It's been building for years. The signs were there. Choppa didn't just flip overnight. He was planting seeds, moving slick. First the IG Live, then the Fredo link up, and now this conscious rapper angle. Every step calculated. It's like Choppa got tired of being second place in a race nobody asked him to run. He couldn't beat Youngboy at his own game. So he made up a new game, tried to change the rules. But even in that, he exposed himself because the truth always comes out. Youngboy fans ain't stupid. They remember 2019. They remember the interviews, the tweets, the energy, the way Choppa used to ride so hard for Youngboy, the way he said, "That's my favorite artist. I study him. I want to be like him." That ain't regular. That's obsession. Then he flipped it. Why? Because he realized living in someone's shadow don't feel good. So he tried to tear down the very man who inspired him, tried to rewrite the narrative from student to rival, from fan to foe. But you can't fake authenticity. You can't flip-flop and expect people to respect it. Youngboy stayed true through legal issues, media hate, industry blackballing. He stayed held, never changed for clout, never switched for streams. That's why he wins. Meanwhile, Choppa got his team pushing narratives. Spiritual this, positive that. But look close. The moment he felt irrelevant, he dropped a diss. That ain't peace. That's desperation. That's clout chasing in disguise. The streets don't respect switch-ups, and the fans don't forget betrayal. You can meditate all you want, but if your energy fake, it shows. So now we wait. Does Youngboy respond again, or does he keep letting the silence speak? Either way, Choppa already lost, because the only reason people even talk about him right now is because he mentioned Youngboy. That's not power, that's proof. You never bite the hand that fed your style, and you definitely don't diss the man who gave you your blueprint. Choppa played himself, and the world watched it happen in real time. This is Youngboy, and Youngboy don't lose. And let's really zoom out. Let's talk legacy. Let's talk impact. When you hear Youngboy's name, you think of consistency, real pain, real struggle, a catalog that speaks to the streets and the kids in the darkest places. His music got millions through depression, anger, loss. Choppa, what did he bring? A few viral dances, a couple charting singles, then silence, then a rebrand, then another flip. That's not growth, that's identity crisis. Choppa went from drill talk to yoga posts, from gun bars to healing crystals, then back to dissing, then back to peace. He ain't grounded, he's guessing, trying to find what sticks. Meanwhile, Youngboy been the same from day one. The growth came in his sound, not his loyalty. That's why fans ride with him. Choppa don't get that, so he lashes out. And the craziest part, he really thought he could play both sides. Show love to Youngboy's ops and still get respect from Youngboy's fan base. That's not how this works. You pick a lane, and once you cross the line, there's no going back. He burned the bridge, then tried to swim back across. And Youngboy, he just lit a cigar, turned around, and walked away. You can talk all you want in a booth, you can stage a fake intervention in a music video, but that don't change what you did. And no amount of incense or affirmations will fix what Choppa broke. Respect, loyalty, honor. Those don't come with views, they come with consistency. And Choppa failed the test. This whole thing proves one thing. Youngboy ain't just an artist, he's a mirror. He shows people who they really are. And when folks like Choppa look in that mirror, they don't like what they see. Because you can't out-real the realest. In Youngboy, he's the realest to ever do it. Every era has its lesson. This one's loud and clear. The game don't reward imposters. The game respects consistency, authenticity, and legacy. Choppa tried to flip the script, but Youngboy already wrote the book. And when you copy the author, the best you can hope for is a cheap sequel. But even sequels flop when they forget the soul of the original. Youngboy didn't just make music, he made a movement. He gave a voice to the voiceless. Choppa tried to hijack that lane and ended up looking like a parody of his past self. Fans don't rock with that. They want real, not rebrands, not reinventions, just the truth. And the truth? Youngboy didn't have to say a word, because the weight of his silence crushed Choppa louder than any diss track ever could. Now everyone's watching. What's next? Another video? Another apology? Another reinvention from Choppa? Or is this the end of the road? One thing's for sure, Youngboy ain't losing sleep. He's already 10 steps ahead. Still charting, still stacking, still feeding the streets with that raw, unapologetic sound. And Choppa? He's stuck in a loop of his own making. One where every move screams insecurity, not growth. The moral of the story? Never go to war with someone you used to pray to be, especially when they're still standing and you're scrambling. Because no matter how many crystals you charge, no matter how many mantras you recite, you can't erase the past. And the past always comes back louder when you try to rewrite it. This is Youngboy, this is legacy, this is untouchable. And NLE Choppa, he just turned his biggest inspiration into his biggest regret. End of story. Or maybe just the beginning of the end.